of his siblings. All his brothers, they all gather, but Joseph is never among them. He's always alone, solitary. And throughout his life, that was a disposition he developed. David, throughout his lifetime, all his brethren sidelined him. He was solitary. He was a man alone. Even when Samuel came to anoint him, he was nowhere to be found. And even Samuel himself, you know, his father, his parents, they handed him over to God. So he was separated from all his brothers and sisters. He never really knew his brothers and sisters. He never had that privilege of having a family home. He never really had time with his father, no time with his mother. And Eli himself, the age gap was too distant. He doesn't have any friend there. Hophni and Phinehas, they were of such character that he can't flow with them. So Samuel was a man alone. When you are in that disposition of being a man alone, there's that tendency for you to begin to connect to the heavens. I can tell you that in my own upbringing, it's a funny thing, but it's in my family. We are 6 brothers and sisters, and in all of the family photographs, you will never see me standing with them. Even when there's a family photograph, I'm standing one corner. I'm always aside. And that's how I was raised. Throughout my lifetime, I've always been a loner. I don't mix with the crowd. And that is the mark of when God wants to use a man. When God wants to use you, you discover he'll begin to disconnect you. Maybe at a point in your life, he will completely disconnect you. Completely. And you will no more find yourself connected to your family again. Because God wants you to be holy unto him. And this is the mark of all true prophets. All true vessels of God. Anyone that God wants to use, he will disconnect you. And you discover the more sensitive you come to the spirit realm and to God, you come to a place that you hate noise. Because noise invades your space. Noise disturbs your spiritual antenna. You know, even in church, I'm so sensitive a person that in a program, in a conference, in a church program, I'm always grieved when the sound system people, maybe before a church service, they are blasting and music at a deafening pace. You can't even hear yourself talking. And maybe after the benediction, they will put music. You can't. I'm such a sensitive person. I don't like noise at all. It disturbs my spirit, because by his grace I'm a spiritual man. I don't like staying in a hotel where there's noise. In fact, I can even call whoever invites me for the program. You fix me in a hotel and there's too much noise, I can call you and tell you relocate me, because you are disconnecting my flow. Even if I'm traveling, whether I'm going on a ferry or I'm inside a taxi and you're putting radio, I will tell you, please off that thing. Please off that thing. You know why? Because men of the spirit, they're always in prayer. Whether they're in the air, whether on the road, whether on the sea, whether on the land, they're always communicating with heaven. So they need silence. They don't need noise. It's people who are not spiritual. The moment they enter car, they're on the radio. The moment they enter the house, they're on the television. People who are not spiritual, they need noise. They fill their life with noise. But men who are spiritual, they off noise. And I'm telling you, if you're going to be a vessel that God will use, you've got to learn how to be silent. Oh my God. You know, that's why I've been able to write up to 60 books. I write a lot because I hear a lot. And you can only hear a lot when you are silent a lot. If you keep on talking, you will not be hearing. You can't be talking and hearing at the same time. In fact, even right now, there are 3 books I want to write. And I'm very happy, or very soon I will leave the country, where I'll be free from plenty of people. I'll be in a situation where I will be able to sit down and write. I've been in the house since morning today. Yesterday I was in the house the whole day. These 2 days that I've just had with God, hi, oh beautiful. I've been downloading and what I'm giving to you today is what I received today. I was downloading from the morning and writing and downloading. When I see people, they say, I don't hear God. I've not heard God for months. You don't hear God because you're not quiet. You don't hear God because you're not still. You don't hear God because you don't disconnect. You don't lock yourself. You don't off your phones. You don't shut down noise. God will not come to you where there's wow, 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 wow all around your life. Even as a single brother, as a single sister, you may not know that time of being a single brother or sister is a special time. It's actually a time of meditation, concentration, studying, learning. When you're a single brother, a single sister, no, it's not the time of having girlfriend, boyfriend. How can you be having boyfriends? How will you focus? How will you be disciplined to be connected to the spirit realm? You can't be dating and be a spiritual person. The time of being single is actually the time of building your relationship with God, building a reservoir, putting deep roots. Let me read Lamentation 3:27. It says, it's good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. 28, he sitteth alone and keepeth silence. It's good for a young man, a landlady in your youth to learn how to be silent, learn to be on your own. Because a divided attention and a divided mind, you can't achieve anything in life. You know how Jacob bamboozled Esau? When he heard that Esau was coming with 400 armed men. You know, Jacob had 4 wives. He set the first wife, the one that was boss-eyed, Leah. He set her with her housemaid first and her own children, and added some animals as a gift. Then he set Leah herself with her own children. He divided into 4 groups. If Esau will hit this group, the other group will escape. That by division, I'll be able to escape from my brother Esau. When you are carrying 1, 2, 3, 4 things, plenty things all at the same time, how can you achieve in life? How can you accomplish in life? When your hands are so overfull, I'm telling you, heaven will leave you. When you're overloaded and overburdened with too many things, you will not have the time to be still in the presence of God. And many activities and responsibilities, most of the time, is because Satan has seen that you're very important for the kingdom, and he will make sure you are over-labored. I don't know if I'm communicating here. Apostle Paul says, this one thing I do. Can you say that? How many things are you doing? This one thing. Paul was one of the most focused men. No wonder he's an achiever. And when you are always alone, quiet, you know what you're going to develop? You're going to develop the spirit of excellence and perfection. Because by the time you come out, what you will deliver will be so strong and so solid, because you have been able to take time to distill and gather. Anything that you spread out, you spread yourself everywhere. You're into everything and you're spreading everywhere. You're going to run very thin. You'll become very ineffective. You will not be able to be of any use to your generation, because you are spreading yourself into too many areas. Like as I said this morning, I have about 4 if not 5 churches. The pastors of those churches have all been pleading with me, please, Reverend Theo, any Sunday you have free, we beg you, just come around and bless us. And I considered, and I said, yes, it's good, I can go here, I can go here. And I actually prayed. I said, Father, where do I go? And the Lord said, I need you more than they need you. I, your father, I am hungry for your presence. But you may think that those members are going to be happy when you enter the church. They'll be clapping hands. Oh, Reverend Theo has come today. That I, your father, am even more hungry for you than them. My son, can you stay with me? And that's how I spent time in his presence this morning. In fact, just literally up to about 15 minutes before I came to deliver the word this evening, I've just been receiving from my father. And it's been a beautiful, precious time. That's how I was with him yesterday. What he gave me yesterday was the power and the mystery of angels. Hey! He was opening up the mysteries of angelic visitations. How to unlock angels. Oh my God. I so enjoyed my time with my father yesterday that I didn't want to come out. I didn't want the day to end. In fact, I was there with him until in fact, I think I slept around 1:45 p.m. was the time I finally said, Father, let me sleep. Let me also say this. The more anointed you are, the more you have to withdraw from men. Because the more anointed you are, the more men put a demand on you. Let me read Mark 5:29. Straight away the fountain of her blood was dried up. Verse 30. And Jesus immediately, knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him. Hey! You know, when you are anointed, it is the unanointed that will be draining you of strength. The unanointed will be sapping you. And if you don't get away to replenish what has gone out from you, you also will become an empty container. And you'll no more be relevant to your generation. So if you want to be always relevant, if you want to be always anointed, you have to always know how to disappear from the crowd. You have to know how to get away from men, so you can replenish your dried spirits. Because we have many energy vampires, spiritual vortexes that are always there to drain. And you need to discern who you can give your strength and your time to. It's not everybody that comes around you that you have to attend to. If you attend to everybody that is coming to you, they will drain you. You have to know who to attend to. You know, it's not every argument you must engage in. It's not every comment you must respond. If every argument you must win your argument and argue, I'm telling you, you will lose so much strength. You will win your argument, but you will be useless to your generation. So wise men, they don't talk too much. Wise men, they don't engage too many arguments. Wise men, they can allow everybody to be talking and arguing. They may know the answer. They may know what to say, but they will just be silent. Because the energy that you need to deliver your generation, it can't be wasted in arguments. And it's not everybody that you need to hang out with. I don't know if you have noticed, I've experienced sometimes there are certain people you hang around with, you just feel tired. You're not doing anything, but you're just becoming tired, because those are spiritual vortexes. Those are energy drainers. They are sapping energy. That's why Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. What he's saying is that there are many people, they're already dead while they are alive. Don't waste your time and your energy with them. And let me shock you again. The most dangerous spiritual vacuums are your own people, the people of your own house, the people around you. God told Abraham, leave your own country and your own kindred and your own household. Every true prophet of God, any true person who wants to be used of God in his generation, you must learn to know the people who are around you. Learn who you can give yourself to, who you cannot give yourself to. You've got to study. Even economically, because there are people around you, they will always be putting a drain on you, on your pocket economically. When you see people, they're always a drain. They're always coming to collect from you, both spiritually, economically. They never add to your life. You see, it's not everybody you are called to. Sir, you are called for your generation. You are called for your nation. You have a high calling. But by the time you keep on investing and being drained by all this one around you, you'll be emptied. You won't fulfill your purpose. Bible said that when Jesus came into his own country, that's Mark chapter 13 verse 54, they were offended in him. And Jesus said, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. That's a very strong word. It's not just your country, your own house, sir, is your house. It's the people directly around you. You've got to know who you surround yourself with. You know why? Because the people of your own house, they have it's our thing mentality. They also have an entitlement mentality. They just expect that you must keep on giving to them. You have to keep on giving to them because you are our thing. And the day when you say, no, I'm not going to be here for you people, I have higher callings. That's when you see them ganging up against you and fighting you. Am I communicating in this house? And there's only one formula for you. If really you want to be God's vessel, if you really want to be God's instrument, there's only one formula to be God's vessel and to be God's instruments.